Today, we're going to be taking a look at my wife's top pros and cons of living in Charleston. It's actually part 2 of a 2-part series. If you'd like to see the more expanded, in-depth version, wait till the end of the video and we'll give you a little window to click on. But for now, let's get to it, so stick around. Here we are. I have my lovely wife, Sandra. What are your, let's start with the least favorite things about living here in the Lowcountry.
Okay, least favorite or cons, I think is the pros and cons. So for me, they're not really cons anymore. After living here almost 17 years, the big one would be hurricane season. He didn't tell me it was the season. So I
didn't know I needed to tell you.
Season. I'm like, I know we have different storms in different areas, but for me, living out here and having the knowledge and knowing that there's so much that goes into being prepared, you know your elevation of your home, you get flood insurance, but you know what to expect in some ways and whether you're going to have to evacuate. We've been fortunate. We've not been in an area that has been affected or impacted as much, but there's so much awareness, and you get a generator that I feel like it's not a con anymore because
you can prepare. As opposed to an earthquake,
yes,
you have no idea it's coming.
Correct. For me, also the con that I feel with that is you feel guilty because it passes you over. And, after Hurricane Ian and knowing that, Florida was so devastated, you feel a little guilty. But I know there's a lot that goes into people in the Lowcountry that give back, disaster relief. I know your dad goes out and helps. So there's a way to help out afterwards, but I would say that's a con for me because you just feel like you don't want to be celebrating that's passing you by.
Right.
The other thing would be palmetto bugs. They're ugly. They're roaches. It's a pretty name.
It sounds so cute.
Yeah, whatever. But, you kind of get over it. There's pest control. And we have a great pest control company that helps us out. And you kind of know that warmer weather might bring them in or if it rains. So you might see a few more. Overall, that's not a big deal. It's not a con. Just beware. And lastly, I would say it's not my con necessarily, but our area is growing. People are living here, they're relocating, they're retiring, they're coming back after retiring from the military because they love serving out here and it's just so beautiful. But we have new communities growing up. We have trees that are being cleared. We have a lot more traffic. Some people feel that we're losing our small town feel, and I don't feel that way. I love meeting new people.
Great things to do.
Yeah, there's still a lot of
farmers market.
Yeah, there's so much
festivals.
To do. For me, it's not necessarily a con. Growth is happening, and I think you just know your traffic patterns. Again, just be aware. So it's really not a con for me. I after living in California and Chicago, traffic and growth there is astronomical. So to me, we still have that small town feel. We can still keep it.
All right, is that it?
Yeah.
Is that the worst of it?
Yeah, really.
Not too
bad.
For me. All right, cool. So what's the good stuff?
Good stuff. Hospitality. Oh my goodness. People are so friendly out here. After visiting over 20 years ago, I'm like, Summerville, Mount Pleasant. People are friendly. It really is smiling faces, beautiful places. The logo
or beautiful places,
motto?
smiling faces. I'm not sure.
Motto for South Carolina. It's true. It's real. You'll feel it. It just feels like home because it's just very friendly. Other reasons why I love living out here, the weather. I don't miss shoveling from Chicago.
Obviously, this is post-hurricane here, and it is absolutely wonderful out here.
Yes, and it's just amazing. So no shoveling of snow if you're from the north. Humidity, fine. You can't say that it's not hot in California, even though it's dry heat. 100 degrees is 100 degrees. And so, the weather is just amazing. Other reasons I love living out here is community, sense of community. No matter where you go, whether you live in an HOA community or not, your home is your home, and whatever community you fall into, whether you're parents of preschoolers or church community, maybe your passion is running, go to the Y, join Fleet Feet. You will be embraced wherever you go. You'll be able to find a connection, and if you need help, reach out to us. Visitor centers are great for looking to tap into ways to incorporate yourself into the community and find out where you could belong and make a home. Things to do. No matter where you go, there's food, there's restaurants, there's festivals throughout the year. There'll always be something to do, whatever your pleasure, really. You can find
that's
something.
A good point. We've got so many to do. The Flowertown Festival, the Southeastern Wildlife Festival, there's PALMETTO downtown. Right. I'm sure there's a Grits Festival. I think that's in St.
And you
George.
go on Facebook. Who isn't on Facebook or can look in? And go
Sweet Tea Festival.
Sweet Tea Festival. Oh my gosh. And again, visitor centers are absolute great resources.
Yep.
Chamber of Commerce, great resources. You can't not know. So there's always something to do. And that kind of ties in with my last thing is location. Things to do, location. We are just an hour's away, 45 minutes to an hour away from any beachfront property or beach. We're not too far from Georgia, North Carolina, if you want to go to Asheville, Great Wolf Lodge,
Atlanta, Savannah,
Disney, Universal,
Beaufort.
6 hours. Beaufort, we love Beaufort. So, there's just a prime location. And, not even that. Our little hub of Charleston will get you. Hi, Lucy.
Our dog Lucy just joined it. You can't see her there. We're on
Charleston Hub is amazing. You can get a 2.5-hour flight to Chicago nonstop.
Well, one of the surprise cons that I had that some people mentioned was, yes, well, because it ties in with this, was some people complain that there are not a lot of direct flights from Charleston. You've got to do connecting flights. Love your point that the drive time is very easy to a lot of places. I mean, if you miss the hiking, the Asheville area is just a few hours, and then, like I said, Savannah, the beach, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So that's really, I mean, it's just, I love it out here. It's been my home. When we bought our first house, my mom's like, oh, you're not coming back. I'm like, no. We've been here 17 years. Jim's from here originally, and it's just such a wonderful place to be, and raise your family. I just love it out here. He's a great tour guide, by the way.
Okay.
All right. Thanks so much.
All right. Thanks. And be sure to subscribe down below, and we hope to help you make your move. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Thank you so much for taking a look at Sandra's view as a transplant to Charleston. If you'd like a little more in-depth pros and cons, we've got another video right there. Just click on it, and maybe the next time we see you, it'll be when you're making the Lowcountry your home too. See you next time.